Hello, everyone. Just sort of sharing something which is more applicable. And I had been speaking to a lot of people on different forums that this is something which is very interesting and at the same time very applicable. Now, there has been a question that how do we manage the thoughts, emotions, and the counterproductive behavior because of these thoughts and emotions? Psychology gives a very straightforward answer that you use a lot of whatever psychotherapy, so whatever school of thought of psychology you follow. But then probably I want to share something which is more personal, which I learned due to my own experiences, especially in last few years of my life. Which I resonate more. So if you see your thoughts and if you feel your emotions and then observe them closely, you do not get entangled into them. Okay, just mark my words, do not get entangled into them. That means you are not them, you are a keen observer of them. So if you observe a thought which is coming to your mind, and finally it also gets some kind of an emotion. So all thoughts will have some interlinked emotions. They can't be by itself. It could be pleasant emotions, it could be unpleasant emotions. That means you can become angry, you can become romantic, you can become grieved, you can become excited. But the point that I'm trying to make is you are not that thought and you're not that emotion. You are the observer of that thought and the emotion. Even anxiety is an emotion. So even fear is an emotion. So all these thoughts and emotions are taking place in you. They are not you. Okay? They are not you. You are the bigger surface where these things are happening. Now, what happens is why people get bogged down with their thoughts and emotions, because thought have a capacity to take you away and digress whatever you are doing it. So you get a thought in your mind and you keep on following that thought, then it is going to entangle you more and more and more like a spider web, and finally you will give it up and you start behaving as a counteractive emotion which that thought seeks to it, and your behavior in the environment will become a product of that thought and emotion. And you think you are that you, because when people start thinking they are thought and emotions, they're actually they've lost the fight. You need to observe the thought, you need to observe the emotion. Let's take a mundane example, like somebody parks his car on my parking area, and I could see that unpleasant unpleasant emotions rising up. And if I just observe that, instead of being entangled, if I get entangled to them, probably I'll get violent at that. Or maybe I'm missing somebody, I may have that unpleasant emotion of grief rising in me. But then again, if I become entangled with that, I'll go bonkers about that person. Now whenever pleasant or unpleasant emotion comes into you, you just start observing it. And a point of time, you know that's just an emotion, like any other thing. And then only you can respond to those situations rather than reacting to that situations. The response will not happen by any positive thinking. Now positive thinking is another oxymoron. You cannot have a positive mind can be as turbulent as a negative mind. You need to have a calm mind, and the only way to have a calm mind is when you observe your thought and your emotion and you're very much clear that's not you, that's only a process in you. It's difficult, I'm not denying it, but then if more and more self inquiry and practice you do to yourself, this will become a routine of your life. So a point of time will come that the emotion will come, you're not even bogged down, you know what's happening, and you go back to that, you become a silent witness to this process, and you just deal with that emotion as well as the situation. So you become what? You become complete in yourself. So all words like enlightenment, zen, okay, awakening, or Satoria, all these words basically point in one direction, that you tell all these psychological processes that they are a process in you, they are not you. The day you get this difference, you feel so lighter and peaced and calm with your own self. So no person, no situation, no context could probably create any miseries for you, because you know this is a process that's happening. You are a keen observer of your own events in life. Now, this is the only key to it. where people think that, and by doing this, you become, this is not a, this is, you don't have to be under a cave when you do this. You have to do your normal life the way it is happening. And by doing this, you'll realize that your intellect, the human intellect, is gone places, because if you have a focused attention which for what you're doing, and you're not being led by your thoughts and emotions, because they come and take a rise and go. So to conclude, many people say that, why do I get these thoughts? How can I avoid it? How can you avoid thoughts? You don't have to, because avoiding a thought itself is a thought. People say, I'm trying to meditate. They can't try to meditate. It's an experience in itself, right? So this is an experience in itself that you need to have. Now, once you get the hang of it, you see things in perspective. So you don't have to stop thinking. Would you say your liver or a kidney to stop functioning? So how would you say your psychophysical systems to stop thinking? Till the time you're alive, the thoughts are going to come, and they'll come with emotions. But the point here is, you have to make a difference that these thoughts and emotions are only a process, like any other process in your body. The way your heart is pumping blood, your kidneys are doing their retinal functions, your liver is secreting bile juice. Similarly, your psychophysical systems, brain and the limbic system, and the psychological experiences of life are secreting emotions and thoughts, which get entangled with the situations outside. But you need to create a difference that this is a process like any other processes in your body. No doubt it's a psychophysical process, but end of the day, it's not you. So, day you get the hang of it, you would see you are in a meditative experience all the time, and you're handling all your tasks alongside. Okay? So, try that, look into yourself, and all the answers lie there. But the ground line today is that you're not your thought, you're not your emotions, they're only a process in you. As far as you maintain this difference, you are evolving yourself with every day and every experience. Thank you.